Alright, so as much as I love Rematch, I have to say this because this is driving me absolutely insane. This rank system makes no fucking sense, and it doesn't help literally anybody in the process. It's the most useless system ever, and if they just did it like any other system, any other game that does ranked, it'd be fine. Let me show you an example of how the system currently works if you're not aware. So, if we pretend there's a blue team and a red team, and let's just pretend for argument's sake that all of these guys in the back and all these guys in the back on this team too, let's just pretend these are bronzes, right? They fucking suck. These are kind of people like me, maybe still learning, maybe needing fundamental mechanics, whatever, right? And then you have these two guys in the front. Okay. These two, let's just say these are diamonds. Let's say it's a diamond 2, and let's just say these are masters, right? And we'll just put like, master 3, whatever, right? The game considers that as long as these two teams are equal in total MMR, if the total MMR of this team is 1200 and this one is, let's say, 1150 because it's a little lower with the diamonds, as long as that's equal, right, to the rematch to Soul Clap, the game is found. It will find you this game every fucking time. And so what inevitably ends up happening is, despite what Slow Clap says, which they say that this shouldn't make any big rank, any big difference on the ranks, this shouldn't make any big difference on how these games go. No, it does, because what ends up happening is these two fucking guys on these two teams right here, right? These two fucking high level players, they demolish the lobby. These two guys run through these two people. These two guys over here, they run through these two people. And there's never going to be a situation where that doesn't happen because the diamonds and the masters are always going to outplay the bronzes. And especially in this example, if you assume that, right, if you assume the backfield is bronze, which is fair, right? Because a lot of people who are high level and a higher rank who are playing against these low levels are probably players who are going to play more aggressive, play on the attack, probably not as much defense. Whereas the bronze players are new. They'll probably be on defense more often than not because they can't get the fucking ball from these fuckers, right? So if you assume that these guys are bronze, imagine if this master player right here takes a run over here. All he has to do is get through his counterparts that are diamond right here. That's all he has to do is get past the diamond counterparts as a master. And then he has an easy, easy goal. And this is seen time after time in every ranked game I've ever been in. Is I get thrown with the master. I'm saying master, but it's usually an elite. I get thrown in with an elite or a diamond, and I see their banner, and they're playing way better than everyone else on the whole team. I've had a game end in 3 minutes because the guy scored 4 points back to back to back to back to back, and no one could stop them. And this makes no sense for the rank system because the way it works right now is there's no demotion protection for places like bronze, which is a bit ridiculous because you're in bronze, right? You really shouldn't think you should have to go that much lower. I honestly think silver should have none. There'd be no demotion protection, and bronze should have protection. It should actually protect you from really, honestly, going lower than bronze 3 or 2. You should probably keep people in the 2 to 1 range. But regardless of that, you can't rank up. If you are a bronze player, you are consistently asked to play against people who are 4 to 5 times better than your skill level. And the way that Slowclap thinks of this is, well, it's okay because both teams are jank ass shit, right? Both teams make 0 sense. None. 0 cents. Even though it looks terrible, my writing doesn't matter. It makes 0 sense. And so when they have this system in place where they're like, well, it's okay, like you'll dynamically lose LP or RP, I mean, and you'll dynamically gain RP, why does that matter? I don't care if I'm dynamically getting 140 LP for RP for my wins. I can't win half my games because I'm fighting against people I can't play against. It's like being told that the Little League Y team on a basketball team has to try and get hoops and learn to be better by playing the prime fucking Chicago Bulls. Maybe it's possible. Maybe you have that one kid who just suddenly fucking pulls a like Mike, right? And just balls out. Okay, but that's not this game. That's not these people. That's not this player base. And the excuse I hear time and time again is, well, queues are too long. And if you do this, queues will still be too long. Yeah, well, great. Then we'll have a dead game that dies naturally, and there will be no one to run to play the game, and it won't matter what queue times there are, because that's what we're up against. Is this game either dies or they fix it. And this has to be fixed. The rank system, the rank changes they've made is a half measure. Maybe not even that's a 25% band-aid fix measure because it doesn't fix anything wrong with this system. A bronze player should reasonably be matched only with one tier above them. This is how League of Legends works, right? If you and your buddies are playing, right, and you are bronze, right, and he is a silver, right, that's fair because you're within one rank division, well, not division, but one rank of somebody, right? Okay, if I'm a bronze and I'm playing against an elite, right, or a diamond, that's not fair. And not to mention the fact that you can pre-mate with any amount of people. If you and your friends want to do a duo or you want to do a 5-man, you can do that. So that you could have a game, theoretically, right, where you have, right, let's assume all of these guys are 4 diamonds. And this guy over here, he's a fucking bronze because he's smurfing with his team. He's smurfing with his friends, right? And then all of these guys, right, could be bronzes. All these 3 could be bronzes, right? But because these 2 over here happen to be masters or elites, it's a fair lobby, despite the fact that there are 5 pre-made. And they even say in their patch notes that they don't believe with their with their analysis tools that a pre-made has any difference on ranked games or wins losses. Have you guys ever played a competitive sport? Ever? A team that can communicate together and talk together and knows each other is always going to perform better than a team who has no comms, who don't know each other, who've never met. Okay, and all this game has for communication, if people don't have mics, is sarcastically saying thank you, good job, good job, good job, and shitting on people that way sarcastically because there's no other way to be passive aggressive in this game and get people to do what you want them to do. For the love of God, fix this. It's such a fun soccer game. It's such a fun game. It's just so horribly mismanaged. It hurts my fucking soul. Make the game free to play. I plead with you, make it free to play. You will get your players back, okay? And for everyone saying, well, what about security? What about player population? Like, what are they going to do about that? Has it ever really been like a fixable problem in any game? Fortnite's one of the biggest free-to-play games of all time. It always is. Every game's always going to have security flaws. I'm a developer myself. Every game is going to have a security flaw. They are always going to be one step ahead of you, okay? So that's a non-point. You either get a game that potentially goes free to play, potentially has security flaws, has more bugs, has more people coming in and maybe tampering with the game and cheating, but the game's alive and it's well and it can go up. Or you can have a game where we have 15-minute queues and masters are playing with bronzes and bronzes are playing with diamonds and nothing makes sense anymore and we live in some like weird land where nothing makes sense. Not to mention the fact that there's no fucking penalties for leaving a game. You can just leave willy-nilly a ranked game, a fucking regular game. It doesn't matter. And the game does nothing. There is no penalty system. I'm convinced there's nothing. If you've been penalized, please tell me. Because I've never been penalized. And I've had so many games where I've accidentally left my PC on. I've realized I was queuing for 10 minutes and I didn't realize. So I get in the queue. The game times me out, right? Nothing. And I wish it did punish me. Because then I would learn not to do that shit. But it doesn't. Slow clap. Please just be a normal developer and handle this game normally. Because every time you fix something, something breaks. Every time you fix 2 things, 10 things break. Every time you try and fix something, everything fucking falls apart. I wish we could go back to season 0. Because at least it felt like there was some consistency in the play. That despite the AP slide being crazy fucking OP, despite all the issues, it was actually a fairly well-rounded patch compared to what we get now. Where I've had 4 games now where people just get scored on from nothing. Someone gets slide tackled. That's a goal. Huh? I'm sorry. That's the end of my rant. I can't deal with this fucking game anymore. I want to play it. I want to be into it. This developer just makes me want to fucking pull my hair out. And for those of you actually who don't know, this was about a month or 2 ago. They took nearly a month-long vacation because where they live, they do get a month-long vacation during that time, which that's fair, that's fine. But your game is in maintenance mode. You did not have time to spend a month fucking off. And this is what we get for it. And they're like, well, yeah, but we have a battle pass. Yeah, a battle pass that's also fucking locked. It's time locked. It's time gated. How does that make any sense? I paid you $10. All right, here's my $10. All right, here's your battle pass. Get your cosmetics. Really? I can earn all of them? Well, I mean, you could earn a reasonable amount of them, in 2 weeks. What about all of them? Well, you can't have all of them. We have to release them in sections. Why? I gave you my $10. Don't you want me to play your game as much as humanly possible? Or do you want me to just stop abruptly because I can't get any further in the battle pass? This game is stupid. I'm sorry. Like, the game itself is fun. It's just the way everything else is handled. It makes no fucking sense. The cosmetics, half of them are garbage. I mean, half of the, like, the deep sea blue pack. It's a fucking soccer game. The deep sea my ass. Like, who cares about deep sea? This is not a theme for this game. And also, why is there no casual wear? Why is there no street clothes? Alright, now I'm just getting on a tangent. Doesn't matter. Anyways, please, Soulcap, fix this. Please, for the love of God, just do anything. Because at least it'd be better than you fucking everything up. Please, just do a 180. For the love of God, we need it. Please. I don't want to play FIFA again. I'd rather just play this. Come on.